The envelope follower is a modulator that allows us to overcome scenarios that are somewhat amateur and quickly allow us to sound more modern and much more professional. It is very common when you hear someone getting into recording for the first time to drown their vocals in reverb in kind of a desperate effort to make them sound like they blend in with the other instruments. Something like this.
Now I speak directly.
It's a beautiful reverb sound, but the vocal sounds like it's in a cavern. And years back, you would hear recordings where vocals kind of sounded that way. But these days, it's much more the practice to have the vocals sound a little bit drier, then have that beautiful reverb effect kind of come and fill in as the vocal takes a pause or ends a phrase, giving you that beautiful kind of tail that you can hear drift off in the distance. But when the singer is actually singing, you don't want them to sound like they're a million miles away. You want them to be right up there more present. And that's what this envelope follower allows us to fix. Let me give you some examples and show you some basic settings so you can begin putting this to use for yourself as well. Let me show you the reverb I'm using, because sometimes that's a challenge as well, to find a nice clear reverb. It's not too dark and really captures the sound of whatever you're processing with it. In this case, I'm using this REVerence reverb, and I took the preset out of it called the Warm Wooden Church. It has these letters A and SR behind it. If you look at the list of presets, there's quite a few different warm wooden churches in here. It is the first one in the list, so I'm giving you that as an easy starting point. So the first thing you want to do is set your initial reverb level. In this case, I'm going to leave it right at 0. So the effect is on here pretty strong. And the way they've got things set up in Cubase now, you can access so many things just through the context menus. Because I want to affect this send level, I'm going to right-click on it, and I'm going to choose this option that says Assign a Modulator. Go over to this option that says Add the Modulator. We have so many to choose from, but I want this one right here that says the envelope follower. And because I have the modulator tab open in the lower zone, the modulator shows up here. First thing you always want to do when you open these up is go to this area. It says the modulator depth. It's usually some kind of value set here, and that's going to make some things react, but probably not the way you're expecting. So just by holding Control and clicking on this, it's going to zero it out. So now it's ready for our settings. Also, when you first create any of these modulators, they take the information from the tracks that you're using, which means that the singer, whatever she is singing, that's what's going to cause the effect to change. Now, the only thing we have to do is go to this modulation depth and turn it down a little bit. Watch what happens when I do that. Immediately, you can hear the vocal become clearer. If we look at this send effect, watch what's happening. The envelope follower is pulling this reverb down every time the singer sings. We call that a ducking effect. It allows a very precise way to calibrate how much the effect you want to change, because it's all determined by how much the singer sings, how loud she sings, how long she holds the notes. The envelope follower can pay attention to all those little details. As soon as she stops singing, then we get that nice wash of reverb come in. Listen to what it sounds like when I bypass the effect, or basically turn it off. So it's back to just all reverb.
Now I speak directly to you.
She sounds like she's in the warm wooden church, but it sounds like she's in the very back row, and she's pretty much buried in the reverb. We turn this back on, let the envelope follower do its magic, and now we can hear the singer, and the reverb basically becomes an echo after the fact.
Now I speak directly.
Just a much better effect to what we want to hear these days. Let's add a delay in here and do the same thing. Open up my folder track. You can create effects tracks right in the send area. Just right click. Come down to where it says add an effect to the track send. Hit this drop down and search for your effect. I'll type in delay. I'm going to choose the stereo delay. Then you can right click on the effect itself and choose the option to edit the effect for the stereo delay. Opens the effect right up for you. Right now everything is set 1 to 1. Let's turn this left option to a quarter note. I'll take the right option, make it an eighth note. Because it's a send effect, I'm going to turn everything up to 100% wet. If we play this now, we're pretty much in outer space. So let's put our envelope follower to work. I'll right click, assign a modulator. If I chose this first one, then it would use this existing modulator. But I'm going to say add the modulator. Once again, I'll choose an envelope follower. I'm going to hold Control and zero out the modulation depth. Play the song and then kind of rein that effect in. Even with my modulation depth turned all the way down, that delay is still too strong. There's a few ways we could deal with that, but the simplest way is just come to the destination knob, turn that down a little bit as well.
Now I speak directly to you.
Beautiful. Now we have the reverb tail and a nice delay effect, but none of it gets in the way of our original singer's voice. And just as a side note, for those of you that have this new group folder option in the latest version of Cubase, don't you really like the way it automatically routes things for you? For example, if I take my 2 vocal tracks and simply pull them out of the folder, then they're completely dry because they're no longer going through the effect.
Now I speak.
Or I can just take them, bring them right back into the folder, and I have all my effects back. Previously, in other versions of Cubase, if you took something out of a group, broke the routing in any way, you may wind up with tracks that default to a no-bus state, and you wouldn't even hear them. The idea that this automatically routes to these group folders just by putting it in the folder, what a great option that is. So there you go. Next time you're working with vocals in a session, whether you have somebody else singing or you're singing your own songs, instead of having them drowned in the effects, bring that envelope follower in, set it up the way I just showed you, and enjoy the extra clarity you're going to get when you can actually hear the song being sung without everything being awash from the effects being too strong. And if you're looking to learn about all the different features and functions in Cubase, be sure to click the link in the description of this video or stop by the digitalaudiomanual.com for more information. As always, it's great to have you here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.